All right, what's going on, people? Scoot up a little bit. Get myself situated. All right, get some of that music play out. Awesome, awesome. Welcome to the Bread and Hover Show. This your boy Bread. I have no idea where Hover is, but he may show up sooner or later. So, so, so welcome to the Bread and Hover Show, guys. We are here every Wednesday night from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. And we talk about sports here in the Atlanta area, in the Georgia area, but wherever you are from, feel free to give us. Oh, I'm about to say give us a call. That's the old moniker right there. But feel free to join the show. We usually post a link to this show within our Bread and Hover group Facebook page. So if you go to Facebook group page, our link is right there. Show tonight at 9:05. And that's what we do. So thanks for joining the show. And I guess hope will be here momentarily, I guess. But we're going to have a good show regardless. Give some quick shout outs. Shout out to Dirty Bird Nation, NFC South fans, Falcons 1st and 10, and the Enhanced Sports Show with Lou. Lou's going to join us in a few minutes tonight. Thanks to Lou for joining our show. He's been part of the show for years. And we're always happy to have Lou to come and contribute. Shout out to the Morris Brown College Sticking Sensation Alumni Drumline. Usually they pop in from time to time. What's up, Ron? Shout out to Cletus and all the crew. And shout out to the Atlanta Old School Drummers. I'm gonna grab one of the fellas on here one of the nights. They listen to the show from time to time and got a lot of sports fans in the Atlanta Old School Drummers group. So we're gonna make them part of the show too, as we move forward. Speaking of the show, just real quickly, guys, we're gonna cover a lot of things. We call what is this name of the Super Bowl hangover. Super Bowl 60 hangover. That's what we got going on. So hangover, and look, it's the biggest game of the year for NFL. And it puts it on the world stage. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about, obviously the halftime show. Everybody's talking about that along with the game. We're going to talk about life after football. What do we do? Oh my gosh, what do we do? We're also going to talk about Lindsey Vaughn. She was in a horrible accident. A couple of accidents, actually. We're going to talk about that a little bit. The Atlanta Falcons have some issues. We definitely going to deep dive into that already. Can a team have so many problems or a problem hit them in the offseason? I mean, these Falcons, I don't know. It just stressed me out. I don't know what to say. And it's Black History Month, so we're going to have a quick little highlight for Black History Month. So, look, let's get into it. Let me, y'all bear with me while I go ahead and I got to run the boards and everything. So when Hover's not here, I kind of got to run everything myself. So he's gonna get a deduction. So he's gonna get. We're gonna dock him. Spending whatever we do. So look, just real quick, y'all. Rest in peace to James Vanderbeek. I don't know if you guys watched the show in the late '90s, early 2000s called Dawson's Creek. I was in Baltimore during that time, and it's kind of one of those coming of age shows. Uh, you know, folks growing up and navigating their way through life, that kind of a thing, in relationships, school stuff, and it's kind of like almost a, I don't know, I won't be doing it justice by calling it a soap opera version of Saved by the Bell. But but it was a good show. It was really good. But rest in peace to Mr. Vander Beek. Uh, he was one of the main characters on the show, and Dawson and Pacey and all the other people that played on. They had a lot of stars on the show. But I think it was colon cancer or some form of colon cancer, I believe. He succumbed to. I think they ran a special on him on. You can find it on YouTube on TMZ. But they ran a special on him, and when he was diagnosed, I think by the time he got diagnosed, he was already deep into like stage 3. So he was just really just trying to make the most out of his, whatever time he had left. So sincere condolences to his family and friends and that kind of a thing. So, and all of that is just guys. If you haven't had, I mean, if you're really by age 40, but especially once you get 50 years old and above. But James Vandercreek was 48 years old. So they usually tell you to go ahead and get these colonoscopy checks at age 40. Because you don't take it for granted. They can find something early and correct it. But guys, and we'll move on. But guys, please, 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 um, get these colonoscopy checks. Regularly. Usually, if you check out, you probably won't have to have another one for the next 5 years, and you do it. And it's a simple process. You go in there, and you're pretty much out the entire process. The worst part of it is the preparation. I have done it. Hova has done it, and we have friends that have done it. So please, please, please get your colonoscopy um, completed. And it'll be, I swear, it's the best sleep that I have had in a long time. It is the absolute best sleep that I have had. So and the best do the cherry on top is if they find a polyp or two, they'll take care of that once they're there, and you're done. And if they don't find anything, and that's it, they tell you come on back, and have a good nap. It's so funny because they gave me the uh what the euthanize, not the euthanize. I'm sorry, I'd be dead if he gave me the euthanism. The anesthetic, anesthesia. That's what it is, anesthesia. And I'm sitting there, I'm laying on there, butt out and everything. And then the nurses there, and they got this yacht rock going on. And the yacht rock is going on. I'm like, oh yeah, I remember this song here. So I'm just listening to the yacht rock, all cool and calm. And that's, the nurse comes in there, and she gives me that, okay, Mr. Hudson, how are you? I'm good. She's, oh, okay, all right. Well, I'm your anesthesiast, and I'm going to administer the anesthesia to you. And then we go through the procedure. So you're going to feel a slight uh, sting or burn, or whatever she said. You're going to feel a slight sting, and that'll be it. And he said, all right. And then she's like, well, okay. And she said, have a nice nap. And so before I could say thank you, I was out. I was like, next thing you know, I woke up snoring. So what's up, Homer? Homer finally made it with us. Glad to have you,
Man,
sir.
yeah, man, just got out of the Matrix, man. Sorry about that, man.
Yeah, management said
Yeah.
they gonna dock you, so I ain't got nothing to do with that. Management said they didn't want to see you in the office after the show. I ain't got nothing to do with that. So
Yeah, man. Yeah, my bad. My
yeah,
bad. Hey,
so
man, but
so
yeah, I'm here. I'm here, man. Colonoscopy talk.
yeah, so we in around the room right now. We did the shout outs and everything, so we in it right now. So I was just saying, just rest, and I'm gonna go through it quick, but I just wanted to say just to rest in peace to James Vander Beek, that was the star of Dawson's Creek, or one of the stars of Dawson's Creek, that succumbed to colon cancer. Today, I remember when he was diagnosed about a year ago, maybe, and when they
Yeah,
talked about it, and so just I remember him, and he played on something else too. But Dawson's Creek was kind of his first kind of big, claim to fame. So just
yeah,
condolences right there to him and his family, to and all the
definitely,
friends and
yeah,
people that are
yeah.
fans of his work. And I'm just saying, I just use that as a thing to just say, hey, we got to, really at age 40, men have to, get these it's encouraged that we get colonoscopies at age 40. That's my
Yeah, yeah,
point.
no doubt, man. Definitely a public announcement on that. Yeah, we you got to get it done. Um,
He was only 48.
yeah, yeah, it was only 48, and same thing happened with the actor Black Panther.
Yes,
Um,
yes, yes, yes,
like
yes.
I can't think of his name, but
Yes,
but
yes. I see
uh,
his face. I see his face. Yeah,
but yeah, same thing with him. It was the same thing. He died
yeah,
young because of that.
yeah, yeah. So, so we just got to do what we can while we can. So look, guys. On that note, Black Panther. So this is happy Black History Month to everybody. This is Black history is American history. I tell everybody, and every week, I just want to just highlight Hova, just something in African American history, really African American sports. I make it sports related. I think that sports is something that really brings all of us together, regardless of your race, religion, or political affiliation. Uh, everybody likes sports. And sports brings us together: football, soccer, basketball, whatever. And so last week, I think we talked about Muhammad Ali and some others. This one, I wanted to just talk about, really just uh, not really just talk, but just to mention my favorite uh, African American football players. And so, and for me, growing up, Lynn Swan was one of my favorites. He was a
Hmm.
Pittsburgh. Everybody know Lynn, Hall of Famer. Pittsburgh still the famous Super Bowl catch. And when I was growing up, it seemed like every year, every other year, the Dallas Cowboys and the Pittsburgh Steelers seemed like they were playing like every year, every other year, and so you had to pick a team. I never picked the Cowboys, but I just never did. But I think it's probably because everybody in my classroom picked Dallas Cowboys. Everybody was Cowboy fans. Like, nah, I ain't got to go where everybody else is doing. So I'm gonna roll with
Right,
the
right,
Steelers. But I used to
right,
like Lynn Swan, wide receiver. I thought I was gonna be a wide receiver, play football in the league, Hover. And I was gonna be a wide receiver like Lynn Swan and all that kind of stuff. And then by the time I got to playing real football in the park, I was not a wide receiver. So I was actually a linebacker, cornerback, and we won the championship when I was actually an offensive left tackle.
well, wow,
Believe it or not, crazy how that works
interesting.
out. Yeah, and just two more players I want to mention, man. That's Marshall Falk and Michael Vick. They're just my favorite players. Uh, not necessarily the best players, obviously, but I'm just saying they were just my favorite players. Marshall Falk, being obviously a Ram, I just thought Marshall just did everything well. He blocked well. He could run. He could catch. It's kind of like like seemingly like what Bijan is growing into actually. Bijan Robinson, Atlanta Falcons, but Marshall Falk just did it all, and he won championships doing it, man. He would just take control of a game, man, and just he was just awesome, man. So I was just a huge Marshall Falk fan, and obviously Mike Vick. It don't take a whole lot to talk about why I'm a Mike Vick fan. So
Yeah,
those are my players. Hope you got any?
yeah, definitely. I mean, same for me, Michael Vick. Um, Definitely one of my favorite African American players. I used to love watching him play for the Falcons. I thought, he brought something that was the Falcons never had, was an exciting, quarter, you know,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
so that was fun to watch.
yeah,
um, Probably my other NFL players would be just thinking. Mm, I liked Michael Singletary. I mean,
yeah.
I know I'm blowing some dust off it, but yeah, I mean,
That's all right. That's all right.
Singletary
I get.
was a beast.
He
Um,
was fierce.
I mean, I go with single pair, William refrigerator, fridge pair, Perry, the
Yeah,
refrigerator.
yeah, man.
Uh,
The fridge
that
was,
whole matter of fact, I'm just gonna say that whole Chicago '85 defense, man. Uh, you know,
yeah.
with the
I mean,
brothers on the
sweetness. And how could I forget Walter Payton, man? I mean, Walter Payton
yeah,
is one of
yeah,
the sweetest,
and
one of the best running backs I've ever seen.
I was just about to actually it's funny, I was just about sweetness. You know, definitely sweetness. Hell, I even throw
Yep.
Randy Moss in the mix. I like when he
Yeah.
played.
Oh yeah, he's one
So
of the greats, man. Definitely one of the greats,
yeah,
man.
yeah,
Definitely one of the greats, man. So I just wanted to put that out there. Hove, just next week it'll probably be basketball, so get geared up for that. So who's your favorite basketball, African American basketball player or players? And we talk about it from time to time, but I thought it'd be real good, being that we'll probably be getting into basketball season. So real quick, man, jumping into the Olympics, man. Lindsey Vaughn, man, and Hove, me and you talked about this offline about the Lindsey Vaughn injury. She had injured her ACL a couple of weeks prior, and we thought that she wasn't going to be able to compete, but she found a way to compete. And so as she was going downhill, she was in it. And it really wasn't the leg that gave out, but I think her arm caught a hold to the flag post or something. It flung her around some kind of way, you know. But then, of course, the leg that was injured got re-injured among other things. So,
yeah,
so, so it's just kind of like, well, I be doggone. I mean, so, sometimes, what's that song, that church song? God's trying to tell you something. So,
yeah, yeah.
I don't know all the words, but they say God's trying to tell you something. So, sometimes, you got to listen. And there are two trains of thought right here. I think that a lot of the athletes and people in the sport and people close to Lindsey Vaughn were just kind of like, well, they kind of took her side. Like, no regrets. No, there wasn't no problem with her going back out there to compete. She was able to lace them up in her ACL. They said it was straight. Then, you go out there and compete. You don't just,
Right.
that's why we are world class athletes. If we can walk and breathe, and we're going to try to compete. And that's exactly what happened. And so, but, the world outside of that uh pretty much kind of just like disagreed. You're just kind of like, no, I don't think that was the kind of best decision for her to make.
Well, she shouldn't have been out. She shouldn't have been out there, man. That's just the bottom line. Um, I know this is her last run, but at the end of the day, um, you got to protect your athlete. And I think there were probably several discussions about the percentages, the risk that was put out in front of her team if she
Yep.
did get out and compete, and they knew it was high, but they took the risk anyway. You see it on. There's no way you
Yep.
can't tell me they didn't know.
No,
There's
no,
no way.
no.
Her
Yeah,
team
yeah,
knew, but it's unfortunate, man, what went down. But at the end of the day, Brad, she shouldn't have been out there, man. Just
yeah,
bottom line.
yeah. I mean, who protects athletes from themselves? And so
Well, there
that's the
you
kind
go.
of
I mean,
question,
well,
who who protects them from themselves. Uh,
exactly.
and so they don't always make the best decisions, but sometimes, I mean, now she, like that, she gave what do you call it, new meaning to going out on your sword. But
Yeah, yeah.
look, you really want to end, you really want to retire on your own terms. You don't want to be because of injury. I mean, that's just kind of the worst. Some athletes don't mind it. Some athletes be like, nah, you just going to carry me off the court, carry me off the field of play. And I understand, but really, you want to leave like Barry Sanders. You want to leave like uh, Floyd. You want to leave in good health, good state of mind. You don't want to do this thing, like Muhammad Ali. He paid the ultimate price.
But
Uh,
the thing is, she really had nothing to prove. That's the
nothing.
thing, man.
She was great.
She's great in her. I mean, she's great
She's
regardless.
great. Yeah, she's great.
See,
Nothing to prove.
that's what I'm saying. She didn't have anything to prove.
Everything to prove. That's what's so crazy about it. So, but at any rate, I think I did see her. She's recovering, obviously in the hospital, and she's had I think like 3 surgeries already, and she's got more treatment and things to do. She's got a long road to recovery. You know, just being a human being, not as an athlete, because I thought it's safe to say that her career, in terms of that, is over. But
Yeah.
at least her long road to recovery, um, to walk and to function. you know, I wish her well, man. That is just no joke. I can't even imagine having all those surgery, yet alone one surgery for anything.
Right. Right.
So, so I wish her well. Look, man, I got to get into it, and then we're gonna bring Lou in. But I got to get into this over real quick. Uh, about this Falcons talk. I was talking to my son-in-law this evening about it, and about this James Pierce Jr.
Hmm.
And if you would indulge me just 60 seconds to read this, because I don't want to get it wrong, Hover,
Yeah.
and I just want to make sure that I got this from the Associated Press. I think we may have had. I think he's bonded out, but let me read this real quick about Atlanta Falcons. James Pierce Jr. He is the Atlanta Falcons rookie defensive end, star defensive end. He was nominated for the what was it, Hover? The rookie defensive player of the year, I think. And so, at any rate, uh, his status could be jeopardized by some serious legal problems. Pierce was arrested near Miami after fleeing officers and then crashing his car following what police said was a domestic dispute with a WNBA player, which we found out which was Kia Jackson, who plays for the Los Angeles Sparks. According to the jail website, Pierce posted bond at $20,500 on Sunday at the Guilford Knight Correctional Center. He's facing several felony charges, including 2 counts of aggravated battery with a deadly weapon, which was just car. We're gonna get into that, as well as aggravated stalking and fleeing or and eluding of the police. He was given a pretrial stay away order from Jackson. Pierce's arrest came after uh, police were summoned to investigate a reported domestic dispute between the man and the woman, which was Kia and James. The day before the arrest, James' mother talked about how proud she was of him doing a presentation for the Rookie Defensive Player of the Year awards.
Mm.
And so I'll leave it right there, Hope. And so we talked about this online, and this is devastating because of so many different layers of how you treat women, how you treat people. The league has conduct policy has gotten very, very strict compared to where it used to be 10, 20 years ago,
Hmm.
and they're serious about it. And
Hmm.
so it's no secret in terms of that. But obviously, he's a human being like all of us. We're not perfect. He's not perfect. There was definitely clouded judgment in how he went about his business off the field. And as a result, as much to pay, I think that they were already, I think, had broken up from his girlfriend for some time, but she can't even go on with her life probably without him stalking her and harassing her and all kinds of stuff. Whoever knows what was going on there between them. And obviously it came to a head this past weekend, to where he's chasing her, trying to. I mean, once you start ramming your car into folks' cars and all that kind of stuff, and police came and he rammed his car in the police car, almost ran over police. Finally got him out the car, and you can see the video to where there was it's like 5 of them trying to wrestle a professional athlete, a professional uh, football player to the ground to get him together and handcuffed to get him calm. And so that's a mess. So with that, it's crazy. You know, you know, she won't be able to be the same. She probably gonna have some counseling after all of this. You know, she got a job to do. She's a professional athlete too. She got a job to do, and she got a personal life. Hard to move on with that kind of stuff going on with her. Her parents, I could imagine if I was, you know, her dad, if I was her brother or whatever, I will feel some kind of way. And Pierce is cloudy. I don't even know if his, you know, his parents, the folk know he was doing it and all that kind of stuff. But there's that part of it too, because his mom's just like, you know, look, I'm so proud of him. And then you turn around a day or two after and you cut the fool out here. And the thing about it, Hope, is so bad to where there are multiple felonies. I've been listening to the radio and listening to attorneys talk about this. And it would have been different if it was a stalking case or whatever was going on between him and her.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that things took a turn for the worse when the police showed up. So when the police show up, it's over. All right. You got to have the wherewithal to say, okay, hands up, you know, you say what you got to say, whatever. And that's it.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is really not a huge story. It's a horror story for us in Atlanta. Like, well, what's going to happen with the conduct policy? But he could have still played. And he would have been out of jail. But now, since you know, were against cops and you about to run them over and everything, now you got felonies, multiple felonies. You can't just go around trying to run over cops and all that kind of, then resisting arrest and all that kind of stuff. You can't do that.
Right.
You know, so in a moment of rage, extreme rage, you know, that's what happened. And that's what he can't fight. He going to jail for a couple of years, year and a half, whatever it is. He going to jail. You're gonna have some time to think about it, you know, and then the league gonna give him some time. I don't know if it's gonna run. I doubt that it runs concurrent.
Mm-hmm.
So you got all this stuff going on. Falcons, when things like that happen, you breach your contract. I think most all contracts set up that way with this code of conduct in the NFL. So I think that it's just really bad all the way around. You thought you had your defense set and everything with the Falcons. All we got to do is add a few pieces. Brick still here. And you know he's gonna get better. We you know don't mind. Okay, we lost the first round pick, but we got two of them. Well, now 2020 is hindsight, but you know now you're in a situation where my goodness, he's done. He played for a year. The Falcons, you know, after down the line, you know, I don't know what kind of time you're looking at, but you know if it's multiple years, exceeds the contract, he breaks the contract, he's gone. And what happens a lot of times, you know, he gets rehab, he gets the help he needs because he could be having some mental things going on too. I don't know, or maybe he was just mad. But you know, it depends on what's going on. And some people are like, well, no, just stash him away. If it's just 2 years, stash him away and then have him come back, you know, later on. You know, but you know, a lot of facts like, no, we don't want to get rid of him because he's such a big talent. And then you get rid of him. And then now he shows up, you know, in Baltimore somewhere and balls out. Well, you know, that's just kind of what it is. You know, Falcons got to find a way to move on, past what happened once they get all the facts. You know, once all the facts come in, right now it don't look good because on tape you see the man running over people. So,
yeah, man, I think at this point, you know, I think Falcons already sat at the table and it's pretty much a done deal, man. I just don't, you know, his contract. Um, I, it's a done deal with the Falcons. They're gonna have to replace him. They're gonna go into the draft and go and get them another, you know, James Pierce. At least hope they get a James Pierce.
can't do it
That's it, man. That's all you can do.
because the thing about it is we only got 5 picks and we don't have a first round.
Either that or address that need in the, you know,
Yeah, free agency.
free agency. That's about
That's possible. You get
yeah.
there's some guys out there in free agency if you got the money for it. So we're gonna play a good little game in a couple of weeks. I picked up to where we get a chance to name a couple of players and in free agency, and we're like, keep them or let them go.
Yeah, but the bottom, yeah. But getting back to James, man, it's unfortunate.
Yeah,
Um, it's unfortunate, man. I just don't see it. I don't see it, Brett. It's it's one of those hard lessons he's gonna have to learn from
yeah,
because, like you said, we don't even know, how much time is he gonna get, you
yeah,
know, in this
yeah.
particular case.
He's gonna get some multiple time.
And then you
He's
got to
gonna
look at the PR move behind it, and I don't
yeah.
know if the Falcons really want to continue to take that hit.
No,
So I definitely know they don't want to do that. They, if anything, they will separate from it
yeah,
than keep taking a hit. So
yeah. I agree.
which makes sense. So
Yeah, I don't see it.
um
Yeah, I think he's done, man. I agree. I agree, Hope. He's
yeah,
done.
yeah, it's unfortunate, but kind of like forgot the guy that he ran into a situation where he was driving his car, played for Alabama, had a car accident, and someone ended up dying in the car accident. I forgot his, was it Judy? Dang.
Jared Judy. Yeah, they may have been Judy. Yeah, I mean, it's
Yeah.
been so many unfortunate.
Yeah, it was Jared Judy because I think he was with at the time he was with Miami, I want to say.
Yep,
Yeah,
yep,
that's right. He was with Miami. He was with Miami.
yeah,
That's exactly right. And then now you see what, now he's with the Browns.
yeah,
So, yeah, man, they can't take that hit, man. They're
yeah,
gonna
yeah. You just can't. I mean, I mean, as a Falcon fan, it sucks. It's like, man. I mean, we can't get right. The minute think you got a quarterback, he gets hurt. Then you think you finally got your defense where it needs to be, and you got your defensive end of the future, and blue. Next thing you know, he's done overnight, just like that. So I mean, it's tough being a Falcon fan, Hover. It's tough, man. It's tough. I mean, not too many more teams got it worse than us. Maybe Cleveland, but
No, that's right. I'm sorry. Jared Judy, he was with the Broncos
okay,
when he got arrested for he got arrested. Well, this is something separate. He got
yeah,
arrested and faced criminal tampering, domestic violence charges.
right,
Yeah, yeah, he's with the Broncos. Of course, he's not with them anymore.
yeah,
But
you're right.
you get where I'm going with that.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I mean
so
that code of conduct policy with the NFL and also that comes with the collective bargaining agreement with the players. They're real serious about that, man. They're serious about the image that they're trying to portray. So they don't want that at all, at all. So, and I just wrap up with this. Over, I'll just say that I would hope that the Falcons, and it may be, I don't know if it's a league thing, but you have to protect your investment. And all the guys you get, they're not churchgoers, or they're not those guys. A lot of them are rough around the edges. So I know the Falcons used to have like a Falcon filter, the Falcon filter, which means
mm,
that you get character players, and so anybody that's got any stretch of anything in their
mhm,
background of anything, Falcons just wouldn't draft them at all or have them come to the squad to be a part of the organization at all. And
yeah,
so they ain't trying to work with you or nothing. They just know you got to be squeaky clean or just clean. so and that hinders you from getting some of the better players because you got to have at least one player that got some dirt up on his fingernails. And Falcons would not get any type of player or any kind of dirt up under their fingernails, and we suffered for so many years. So now you
yeah,
flip the script, and so you would think that the Falcons would be like, look, man, let me talk to y'all. Part of orientation, and this goes for anybody, especially if you're a starter. If you, I can't tell you what to do when you leave this facility, but obey the law. We ain't trying to tell you got to join the choir, but obey the law. Don't get in no trouble. Because if you do, conduct policy is real clear about what's acceptable and what's not acceptable in the league, and I can't help you. Do not die. If I'm off the
Yeah,
blank, do not dial my phone. So you going to
yeah. The
jail.
only yeah, the only, his only saving grace would be if all the charges got dismissed.
Not gonna happen.
That would, but I don't see. I mean, I'm not
Too many
trying
felonies.
to. Yeah, I'm not trying
Too
to
many
poo poo
felonies.
on it, but
They
I just
they
don't see
even
it.
if they wanted to drop the charges, they couldn't. Judge ain't gonna let them do it.
Yeah, yeah,
Can't have lawlessness. So, and just because you got a lot of money, you know some people that don't
that
work,
ain't.
that,
Yeah.
that don't work for you, and a rookie in the league too, bruh.
Well, I'm just saying it. I mean, being
Yeah,
if you want to be optimistic, but that's the
yeah,
only way.
it
But
is.
but you're right. Yeah, that's not.
Yeah, yeah,
That
so
seems very unlikely.
yeah, so yeah, yeah. So let's. I want to bring Lou in. I want to go into some Super Bowl talk.
Oh yeah, yeah. Let's go ahead and get into it.
I want to get into some Super Bowl talk with the Seahawks defeating the Patriots. That's not a surprise. All of us, me, you, and Lou, we all picked the Seahawks to beat the Patriots
Yes, we
in the
did.
Super Bowl. How you doing, Lou?
Hey, Lou.
Yeah. Too bad, New England. Ah,
Ah, I love to see them lose.
Well, you know it's
so what?
funny. Drake had $1 million on the Patriots.
Look,
And where did that go?
right?
Well, he definitely didn't get anything,
You didn't get
right?
anything.
Nope.
The rule of thumb is find out who Drake has money on, and and then go for the other team. So
Yeah, yeah,
go
real
the
Put your money
talk.
where
opposite
your
of
mouth
Drake.
is too.
Go the opposite way of Drake. That's
Yeah.
opposite way to
I
go.
mean, it didn't start out to be the game I thought it was going to be. It's just like a field goal kicking contest, and of course, uh, Seattle just had all the way through. I mean, it's like the Patriots forgot to show up. I mean, they were lucky to get a couple of scores in the fourth quarter. It still wasn't enough.
No.
I mean, they didn't play any footballs in the game, so you knew they were gone right then and there.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Lou. It was a defensive. I'm not really that surprised in terms of how it went. Uh,
No, he can't really be.
I mean, the defense. I mean, I think that both teams had a really good defense, and it was tough. Like you say, it was they had to set up for field goals because I mean, Patriots defense is pretty tough too. But they were able to get enough, get close enough to where they could score a couple field goals. And that game was just, in my opinion, it just wasn't close at all. I think that,
No, it didn't look like it at all. Just
yeah,
a
I
mess.
think I think that left side was further exposed for the offensive
Yeah.
line for the Patriots was exposed. That whole left side, it was exposed early in the year. It was exposed when they played the Falcons.
Yes.
It was, yeah, it
Yeah,
was, yeah,
yeah, yeah. Fortunately, they've been getting. They got through some games with
yeah,
it being exposed. They were able to get
right.
some wins. Particularly, even
Yeah.
we can even go back when they played the Falcons. But
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
um, yeah. So yeah, that's all that you saw, and unfortunately, even with that being said, Brett, I think I'm gonna put it out there. I think Drake May got kind of exposed.
very much so. You
I mean,
think?
Sure did.
I know it's his second season, but yeah, he got it. And I tell you, I know outside of that line, the problem was I can tell you exactly what it was: man to man coverage.
Yeah, yeah. They just
That's
yeah, they didn't
that's
give
it.
him zone.
That's what they didn't give him. Yeah, they didn't even do. They went man to man on him,
Yeah,
and
Yeah.
yeah,
and
he had a
and they
hard time. Yeah,
they had a hard time. They had Stephon Diggs covered, and after that, he didn't have a real go to. They really couldn't get their running game going the way they wanted. So their offense was pretty much stagnant until the second half, and that was when Drake May started to kind of scramble a little because he really didn't scramble that much in the first half. But I think he was hurt too a little bit.
Yeah.
yeah. I don't think he was 100% either.
Yeah, I think because usually,
You shouldn't play if you're not 100% because that can really mess you up. If you're
I
not
agree.
100% to play, you shouldn't be playing.
I agree 100%, Lou. Yeah, you could tell because
I know it's a Super Bowl. Yeah, I get it, but still, if you're not physically,
but you're right, Brad. He
all
wasn't
all
he wasn't
cylinders.
running as much. Go ahead, Lou.
No, you got in a game like this, you need to run all cylinders. I mean, number one priority is your health, and if you're not 100% healthy, you should have been in, and that's what I think caused some mistakes for the Patriots too.
Yeah, yeah. I agree. I
I went
think
on
if
your defense was trash.
yeah, I think if Denver's kicker had only made a few of those field goals and then choked the field goals, Denver would have been in the Super Bowl easy
Yeah,
before the Patriots, and so they just kind of got lucky that the kicker for Denver choked because that defense for Denver really, I mean, they won that game 10-7. And so that defense really had it cooking.
10-7, not much of a game.
Not much of a game, and with the Super Bowl being as it, I mean, we're football purists, man. We can appreciate good defenses, but it was just a
Yeah,
boring game. It was. I appreciate the good defense and the good play by Seattle. They made plays.
probably the second or third most boring game of Super Bowl history.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, oh
It,
yeah,
wa-
yeah. The boring game.
it was very
Yeah.
boring, man. It was just boring, man. I mean, I
Halftime show
love.
was worse.
Yeah, it was bad. And the thing too, Lou, is the reason it wasn't a lot of buzz and it was boring is think about the quarterbacks for both teams. We talked about Drake May, but Sam Darnold. I mean, he didn't lose it for him, but he wasn't fantastic either. He made a play, but all the rest of it was field goals, and
Mhm.
so it wasn't like you had Matthew Stafford. The game between Seattle and the
Yeah,
Rams seemed more like a Super Bowl than what we saw. And the Rams seemed to be the only team to really play to that level to where they could score against Seattle, um, and get some things done. But this was not a good game, and but you got to kind of think about it. I mean, the past couple of Super Bowls, man, you really haven't had any great quarterbacks. I mean, Jalen Hurts last year, he's not a great quarterback. All the hot quarterbacks are not winning, yet alone making the Super Bowls.
you don't think
Josh
he's
Allen,
a great quarterback?
say it again, Luke.
You don't think he was a great quarterback?
Who? Hurts? Mm-mm. Hurts
Yeah,
not. Hurts is a very good quarterback. He's good, but not great. And they trying to run him out of Philly last I
I'll give you
heard.
that.
He's very good quarterback, but he's not great. And
Yeah,
and
I
we
get it.
yeah. So I mean, you talk about quarterbacks today. You talk about Matthew Stafford. You talking about Josh Allen. You talking about even Lamar Jackson. You Burrow, Joe Burrow. I mean, you talking about those quarterbacks. I mean, even a Baker Mayfield that had a pretty decent year into the end. And so
Yes.
I mean, that's you talking about top tier quarterbacks. That's kind of who you expect to kind of see sniffing the Super Bowl, and none of them were there. You had Sam Darnold
Yeah.
and Drake May. When statistically, they're like top 10, top 5 quarterbacks statistically speaking, statistically. But stats don't look all that pretty sometimes in the Super Bowl neither. So that's what we just saw.
Yeah, I
So
mean,
so so yeah. So
yeah, I mean,
it's
well,
not a lot to talk about.
yeah, yeah. I mean,
So
he played better. I mean, Arnold, he played better than Drake May. You know,
yeah. So let's do this, guys. I got a quick little game. We don't have picks of for next week. We're done. So I got two things. I want us to grade the Super Bowl highlights based on what happened, and then I want us to kind of, if we can rank them.
If you want to grade, I'll give you right now a C minus.
All right, the game is C minus. What you give it, Hover? What grade would you give the
I'm
game?
going. I'm going with Lou C minus.
Yeah, I give it a
Commercials,
C.
I give an F.
Thank you, Lou. Lou, right on time, boy. Right on time. All right, he got commercials in F. What you get a commercials, Hover?
I give the commercials a C plus.
Yeah, I said a B, but I give him a C plus, man. I like I give him
The
a C
halftime
plus.
show, a D.
I have C plus. Um, the pregame show. What do we got for the pregame show, guys? So what do you get with Green Day? What do you give that, Lou?
I'll give that a C plus.
What do you feel about Green Day, the pregame show, Hover?
Yeah, I get out a C plus.
I like Green Day, man. I gave them a B. I enjoyed their pregame show actually. Um, the national anthem by Charlie Puth. What do you give that? Did you watch that part, Lou? I know a lot of people probably
I
lost.
did. I'm not a Charlie Puth fan that much, but I will give him credit for the Star Spangled Banner. I mean, he did hit it, so I have to give that the really good mark of the whole performance. I would give him an A.
Yeah. What about you, Hope?
I give him an A too.
Yeah, we all three of us are in sync with that. I've heard of Charlie Puth. I know some of his music a little bit. Yeah. But I give him an A. That's one of the A's that I got. I got 2 A's, but he got one of them. I thought he was excellent. So it kind of reminded me, and it kind of reminded me a little bit of Marvin Gaye. When Marvin Gaye kind of did. And what I mean by that, it wasn't soulful, but what I meant is that the production of it sounded like, man, he can record this.
The A3 All-Star game?
Yeah, you remember the All-Star All-Star game with Marvin Gaye. Yep. And it's like, man, this
if you want to go, nice. But if you want to go worse, of course, we all know which was the worst, of course.
What's that?
Oh, come on, I gotta say it. Oh boy. Carl Lewis at the Nets game 30 years ago.
Oh, my God. Oh, geez.
Yeah.
Wow. I was about to say Roseanne Barr, but yeah, that was bad. Carl Lewis. Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry.
I remember that, too. I was watching that game like, oh, my God.
Like, wait a minute. People were trying not to. That was the worst.
That was the worst.
All right. So we have we got some more stuff. America the Beautiful by Brandy Carly. How did you like that one,
Lou? I think I actually missed it because I was on my way to a Super Bowl party, I think, when it was happening. But I like Brandy Carlisle. I think if I would have heard, I think she would have done a very good job.
Yeah. What about you, Hova? What would you grade that? Brandy Carlisle.
Yeah, I give her a B.
Yep, me too. She gets a B from me. Yeah, I thought she was really good.
And of course, we got the worst moment of the night.
And hold up, we got the Black National Anthem by Coco Jones. I know Coco Jones. She played on the new Fresh Prince. I don't know if you guys have seen the new Fresh Prince.
Oh yeah.
Netflix.
Yeah.
On Netflix. Yeah, that she plays the new. She's the new Hillary.
You mean on Bel Air, right?
No, on Bel Air. Bel Air.
I watched on TikTok. Yeah.
Yep.
I know who she is.
Yep. So she did the Black National Anthem. How did you think she do, Lou? What grade would you give her?
If I had a chance to see that, I think maybe I would have gave her a credit within a. Like I said, was still driving. Don't forget, it was a very difficult day to get over there because we were covered in all this dirty snow and stuff. It took a while, the ice. So it took me a while. I missed a lot of the pregame festivities. With that, trying to get over, for a Super Bowl party. But I'm sure that it went well.
Yep. Hova, what'd you give on that one?
Yeah, I'm going with a B plus.
Yeah. I think she did a solid B for me. She was a solid B. It was really good, really good. She can sing. She's really good. So I think there's hope yet. There's hope from the youngins yet, man. There's hope. And look, guys. Say it again, Lou.
I think she's won a couple of Grammy Awards too.
Yes, she did. She won a few Grammys. Yep, you're correct. Thank you, Lou. She did. She is very talented. So it's good to see that, at least some of the young folk, man, we leaving it in good hands, y'all. And hey, last but not least, and I'm gonna let Hova answer this one last, and we're gonna start with Lou. Grade the halftime show from Bad Bunny.
Yeah, I think hold on.
Lou, let Lou get it first. I'm gonna let you get it last, Hova.
Pitiful. Just absolutely pitiful.
He said it was pitiful. So I think
was not impressed at all.
I think he gets it. So you give it an F. Maybe an F.
I was actually looking for the other halftime show on the other outlet.
You didn't put Kid Rock on here, Brad.
No, I didn't.
I thought it was going to be on Fox. It wasn't there. was trying to look for it.
If I tried to find it, I couldn't even find it. So
Same here.
It was well, if you were looking for it, I think everybody said that you could find it on YouTube.
Oh, okay. Well, you can find it on YouTube today.
Yeah, but
Well,
I
I thought it. I thought the halftime was, I thought that the production and the cinematography was great. I thought it was awesome. He didn't just go on the stage and perform. It was just he just did things that I haven't seen before in a Super Bowl halftime. And so I thought the creativity and the cinematography was awesome, the best that I've seen. Obviously, I don't, my Spanish is awful, so I didn't understand a lot of what he was saying. I did understand some of the tunes that I was familiar with, one or two tunes that he did. Not familiar with the Lady Gaga collab that she came out there. Not familiar with the
last
year. Yeah, I wasn't familiar with the Ricky Martin tune either. But I did recognize the people in some cameos that were there. But I thought that it was a great production.
And Lady Gaga was in the pregame last year. I thought that was better.
Yeah, she was in the pregame. I can't even remember what she did.
She was in the pregame. Yeah, she was.
Yeah, she was in the pregame. Yeah, she was. Yeah, she was in the pregame.
She was in the pregame. Yeah, she was in the pregame.
Yeah, she did a better one last year.
Yep. And so I mean, for me, I thought it was an A for me, man. I thoroughly enjoyed Bad Bunny. But I like Bad Bunny stuff. I like his older stuff. I like the trap. I like the trap Bunny. I thought he was gonna do something with because he got a cut with Cardi B, I think, or something like that, and some other ones. And so I thought he was gonna do at least one trap, but he didn't do any trap. But I still liked it anyway, though. He did one or two of my cuts that I like. Hover.
Yeah, man, I'm going with an A. He's hard to understand, even for my wife. She's she's from America. She still don't understand some of the things he said.
Yeah.
So, but I thought the production was good. Was one of the best, and man. So I'm definitely going with an A.
Yeah, and I think in choosing with Rock Nation and Jay-Z, I think in choosing the halftime performers and stuff, I think a lot of it is reaching the masses and reaching a lot of people, and so I think that's part of it. I think you want people to tune in, and it's like, obviously everybody's not gonna like. We don't have a Michael Jackson anymore. We don't have a Prince anymore. We don't even have a Whitney anymore. And so it's you're not going to please everybody with whoever you put up there, even though Bad Bunny got like what was it, like 129 million views or something like that. It was ridiculous, man. 130 million views. Who does that?
Yeah.
But that was worldwide. And that was the main reason why, one of the main reasons. He's a good artist, but one of the main reasons you want the masses of global people to kind of tune in. And before that, it was Kendrick Lamar, who had 120 something odd million people tune in to his halftime show. And so I think Rock Nation does an excellent job in having their hand on the pulse of artists that would get a draw. Artists with the draw. I think he's awesome with that. So I'm just wondering, who he's gonna get next year. Who's gonna be the hot person that he's gonna get to come in next year? Because I just think it's just awesome in terms of what they're doing so far.
Well, so they're saying it's probably gonna be Taylor Swift.
I mean, why not? Yeah. I mean, I'm not a Taylor Swift fan. That's what they're saying. That's right. I would do because they wanted her to do it last year, but I think they're like, man, we already got somebody, man. We can't just can't just boot off Kendrick Lamar, man. We can't do that. So, but yeah, all right. If it's Taylor, then I get it. Taylor Swift, we already know the mass, just like Bad Bunny, mass appeal from her worldwide. Everybody's gonna tune in. I'm definitely not a Taylor Swift fan at all, not one iota. I hear her song on the radio, I'm flipping the channel.
Yeah,
But
same here.
yeah, I'm just not. But I will say this: if she is performing in the Super Bowl, I ain't turning it off. I'm gonna sit there and watch it and wait for the third quarter. Because I watch all the Super Bowl halftime. It's just it's just what you
Right.
do. Good, bad, in between, even when the Who. I'm like, the Who? Why is the Who performing? They're so old. Paul McCartney, are you kidding me? I love
Yeah,
Paul McCartney. I love the Beatles. I love Paul McCartney and Wings, but I don't want to see Paul McCartney at the Super Bowl. But I sat
yeah,
there and endured it.
yeah,
I sat
yeah.
there and watched Paul McCartney.
Exactly.
But that's just what it is. But yeah, I just thought it was real good. And look, guys, I'm gonna skip on to the next section and then we're gonna wrap it up. Over. What do we do life after football, guys? What are we gonna do? So I got a list of 1, 2, 3, like 7 things right here. And Lou and Hova, I want you guys to give me a yes or no if this is what you were partaking in after the Super Bowl. Y'all got it? Got
Got
it.
it.
Lou, college basketball, yes or no?
Yes.
Hova, yes or no?
Yeah. Yes.
I'm talking about regular. I'm not talking about March Madness. I'm talking about regular season.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Regular season, Hova, regular season.
Yes.
All right, yes for me too. I've already started. I've kind of got a little head start, so I kind of know what's going on. All right, regular season, NBA basketball. I'm just going through this. Lou, you be tuning
Yes.
in more of that. Yes. Hova,
Yes.
Yes.
it's a huge yes for me. I've already been watching. All right, the Olympic Winter Games. Lou,
Yes.
Hova,
Yes.
it's a no for me. Um, World Cup. Lou,
I didn't get the whole thing. Say it again.
the World Cup.
That's not till summertime.
Right. That's life after football.
Oh, fuck! I'm definitely gonna watch. Yes.
Hova, yes or no?
Yes.
It's a huge yes for me, and we'll get
And then we
into it
got
about what team we're gonna support. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I would like the U.S., but U.S. women, yes. U.S. men, no.
You might be right about that.
Yeah, Lou, I'm done with the U.S. men. It just
I
suck.
know.
2 more. Spring training. You keeping up with it? Yes or no, Lou?
What was it again? What?
Spring training. Baseball.
No. No.
Gotcha. Hova.
No.
Spring training.
No.
That'll be a no for me too. Even though I'm disappointed about the Braves. We'll talk about that next week. We can't stay healthy. And the last one, it is a couple of months away. But prior to then, between now and April, will you be peeking in terms of the NFL draft and who your team is looking? Mock drafts. Let me put it that way. Mock draft. Lou, yes or no?
Mock draft, no. The real draft, yes.
Hova, mock draft.
Mock draft, no. Real draft, yes.
All right, I'm mock drafting. Forget
I wonder
y'all.
who is making this mock draft up.
Forget y'all. I'm doing mock draft, and I'm definitely doing the draft. So good deal, y'all. So
I'm thinking that guy Kuiper, Mel Kuiper.
Mel Kiper. Oh
Mel
my
Kiper,
God. Mel Kiper.
That's my case.
How did you keep a job, Lou? I don't get it.
That's what I want to know.
Oh
yeah,
my God.
well, yeah, that's how I want to know.
All right, good deal, guys. So that's what we'll be covering until we meet again. Well, until football starts back again. That's pretty much what we're gonna be focusing on.
Well, hold on. What about UFL?
US? Well, I don't know. I'm kind of halfway in. You yes or no on that one, Lou? I know you probably know. Yes. Go ahead, Lou. What about you, Hova? UFL?
I'm gonna say yes.
It's yes or yes for me. It's a yes for me. I kind of halfway pay attention to it. But I'm gonna try to throw myself into it this year. I'm gonna try and do that. I thought it was I think it's a pretty good product, actually.
Spring football at its best.
Spring football at its best. Let's go. All right, guys, that's what we're gonna be focusing on throughout until we get football back full time in August, September. Lou, take us home, brother.
Oh, well, the NFL is gone, but we're not. The Enhanced Sports Show rolls on Saturday, 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Yeah, we'll recap the Super Bowl, all of it, the game itself, the commercials, the halftime show, and maybe the pregame as well. We'll also look at this weekend's Daytona 500 as well. That's coming up. Also, the NBA, also the NBA All-Star Weekend. Probably done in two parts because by the time my show is over, that's when the Rising Stars game will begin. So I'll cover Friday night's action. Any more off-season baseball trades that are coming up. And, of course, UFC, WWE wrestling. Also, your thoughts and comments, this date in sports history, the ridiculous sign of the weekend. If I got a doozy on that one. Also, the inspiring story of the week. And it's also a special show because it is Saturday, and Saturday is what, boys and girls?
Trivia Day.
Valentine's Day.
Oh,
yeah.
Boo.
Yes. So if you have anyone wish a happy Valentine's Day to, please do. So it's like a combination love fest and sports, all this in the same week. I've done it before, guys. I've done it before on Valentine's Day as well.
Yeah.
So remember, the number is 512-543-4662 or 1-800-LOVE. No. Once again, 512-543-4662. I had to do it.
Awesome. Thanks a lot, Luke. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Luke.
And remember, we play love songs and nothing but love songs. It came from a New York radio station a long time ago.
Yeah. Sounds good to me. Sounds good to me, Luke. All right. Hope that everybody has a happy Valentine's weekend. You know, you can't love the one. What to say? Love the one you with.
Yeah, absolutely.
Until next time, speak on it.
Speak on it.